Let's see if we're going here. It is day 7, Crown Chakra Clearing and Balance. I anticipate this one's going to be a little bit shorter, um, mainly because it's Halloween and I have kids in the house and all of that. Um, so, day 7, Crown Chakra. Before we even start there, I'm curious to check in with anybody. Uh, what has come up for you during this? Like while you were listening, was there any one thing during any of this that you resonated with more? Like, did you notice, like, you knew, wow, I really have issues feeling as if I can talk to the people I care about or being who I really am, knowing I'm safe to do that? Like, have you taken note of which parts really resonated with you? Because here's the thing about all of this healing and tapping into our divine aspect, which is all of us, because guess what, our bodies are divine too, but tapping into releasing negative programming, releasing the pain, the wounds, all those kind of things. What's the point of all of that? Why do we do that? Why is that important? And I certainly have walked my own walk of healing and continue to do so. We have our fingerprints from the moment we're born. In fact, you have them prior to birth and they never change. And you have these fingerprints that say in from the womb what you're here to experience and clear. And I believe it's a clear map of who you really are. So we all have these wounds that we're always going through with layers to them and trauma that shows up. And what is that? So what was it for you? Which part of that was it that you resonated with? Because that wound, whether you do energy healing or not, or whether you engage with it in a different way, that's the point. And it's not the point of like, so you can sometimes see, oh wow, I'm blocked there and I'm blocked there and I'm blocked there. What is most impacting you in your life? Because that's what's important. It's important to identify that and then take action to move through it. For instance, fear of rejection. Used to be terrified to come on Facebook Lives. Um, to be on a Facebook Live required me to really show myself in a way, and used to be very scary for me. Very scary. That's a fear. I had to walk through that one because it's not a fear that's actually going to hurt me. It's not a fear like the mountain lion or a car coming and hitting me because I'm crossing the street and there's a car coming. It's a fear that's meant to be walked through. That is how in action we do that. So when we're scared to talk to our spouse, we talk to our spouse. We connect to what we really feel, and we know that what we have to say is important, and we walk through it. We do it. Those fears are meant to be walked through. That's how we do it. We rise up in our power. We say, this is the path I'm taking. When we are scared to speak or scared to be who we authentically are, we start showing who that is. And sometimes it's baby steps. And there's always more layers to do. Free and without any judgment for wherever we are on this path. And some of us, especially if you're a healer or a spiritual teacher, have a lot of healing to do, and whether that's karmic or genetic or historical, it's there. So what is that point? Because here's what's happening. We live in this present moment. And we have all our energy centers, and we have our body, and we have our beliefs, and we have all this information and a divine purpose. Here we are. For us to be fully here, enjoying life and having joy in life and living our purpose, we need to heal and clear and release those wounds from the past. Otherwise, we're reacting based upon the beliefs from the past, and then we're creating a future based upon that. And that includes those genetic and the past, if you believe in such a thing as past lives. Those are still playing a part. So healing that within all the areas of our body is so important for us to be able to shine. And that is one of the biggest fears, is actually shining brightly for our gifts and our talents, right? So what is that? Identify one, just one fear that's lying to you. Because I'm telling you, the fear that says you can't shine, it came from somewhere, probably childhood, and then prior, probably, and it's been validated throughout your life. How do you shine now? How do you take the baby steps? or big steps to shine. Because when you do that, you find out, oh, it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was. And then if you change your beliefs around that, if you start really working with that to know that you're safe, that you're protected, that that's what you came here to do, and healing trauma that makes it difficult to do that. So going from both directions, it's going to make it so much easier. So very much easier. And today we're talking about the crown chakra. This is all about infinite possibility. This is the pathway to infinite possibility, which we are all capable and have the power to be in. This is the connection with divine wisdom, clear knowing. I just know it. Being connected to source, universal love, being infinite in space and time, being conscious of our divine connection, whatever that is. And that includes the grounded connection to divine. It's as above, so below. That's what this crown is about. Okay? When you connect to this is some download of information I got before I started talking. When you connect to this, your divine, the divine information pouring through, it can help you heal all the other ones. Though, if you have safety issues, if you resonate with it, it's not safe for me to be connecting, or it's not safe for me to open my intuition, or it's not safe for, and that's a deep wound that we have, especially if you're a healer or a spiritual teacher. Millions of people died during the years in which the witch hunts were going on. So we collectively hold a very large wound, and it's still happening, though not here, in much smaller amounts, but it's still happening. So we carry that. Is it safe for us to be who we are, to connect to that place? There's also a lot of religious healing that comes into this, healing that wound. And healing that wound allows you to really define what it means for you without the constructs of other people telling you what that is. So this is all about discernment. It's all about connected to spirit. It's also with your pineal gland. It's also, if you're having headaches and depression, dark night of the soul, if you're disconnected from your source of information for divine, it can create the dark night of the soul. So if you've experienced the anxiety and the depression and a feeling of total lack of connection, it can be so painful. And what you're asking for when you feel that is to really be plugged in and connected. And of course, it's the trauma and it's the beliefs. Hence why we're looking at chakras, because that's a place where that's being held. And so it's an avenue in which we can heal to move out of disharmony of that and heal that trauma. And when we're out of harmony here, we're out of harmony everywhere. It affects everything. This brings peace in. Let peace be with me. This is what it gets us when we're really connected to this, and it's allowed to flow and go through the grounding point. So we're also safe in our root, and it goes all the way through. We can find peace inside our body. We are infinite and conscious of that infiniteness. Even as we have this awareness, because we're meant to live here in this body on this earth, and it can be messy, and it can be beautiful, and it can be passionate, and all of that is beautiful. So feeling limitless is part of this chakra, having it open. Anytime you do a meditation, any meditation, drawing white light in through, or any light, is going to open up that chakra. Seeing and visualizing it coming in and pouring through and going all the way into the ground is going to open up that chakra. Anything that expands you is also going to help with that chakra. Touching into your place of spirit. What is that? Connecting to that, knowing it's safe and you have permission, is going to help with this. So in any of these chakras, they are all connected. They are not separate. I've talked about that. And this is an energy point. It is your subtle body. It is part of that. It is a point in which can bring healing, and you can realize that healing through all areas. It's not the only way. We are in this body. By taking action on the things we fear, we can move out of alignment with the disharmony in our life, or the pain, or whatever it is. But it's the trauma and the beliefs that make that really hard. So I believe in coming from the outside in and the inside out and healing it all the way. And once again, there's more layers. So just unpeeling those layers and getting to the next point, because there's no judgment. Whatever journey you're on, there's no judgment. And if you're a healer, you came here. There is a belief, healer, heal thyself. And for anyone I see with healer markings on their hands or the spiritual teacher, they walk a path of healing their own wounds. And sometimes those wounds are deep. They're deep. They're healing the collective. They're healing from times in the genetics. They're healing that healer wound where persecution happened. So much throat chakra stuff around that. Like, how do I speak? And it goes into our personal relationships and feeling less valuable than the man, or having. So it can play a lot of different parts, a lot of different things for all of us. But by bringing healing in to all points, all access points, it's going to bring us more into harmony with who we really are, and to allow us to bring our gifts into the world in the way that brings us such joy. Brings us really such joy. It brings fulfillment, and we're fully living in that point. Not that we don't still have experiences that can be painful, or we can navigate it more easily. That's another way to look at it. We maybe don't have the triggers we used to have. That's where healing the trauma comes in. So connecting to spirit, connecting to all that is infinite and possibility is all about this. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Like I said, this isn't going to be as long as the other ones, but it is day 7. So at any point, reflecting on where your wound is, any of them, those different attributes that can be there. This one, negative, is isolation, unclear thinking, not feeling connected, dark night of the soul, trust issues of divine, feeling safe to connect to divine. Any of those, if you're in that place, and truly this is a connection point, focusing on one thing that's bugging you, getting you the most, that's causing the most pain or the disharmony in your life, and then walking through the pain and the fear of whatever that is and healing that trauma. Meditation can heal the trauma, releasing the trauma, witnessing it being released from your body. There's different things. There's EFT. There's a lot of different modalities that can help you do that. The ones I do can do that. Reiki can do that. So anyways, here is, and I don't know why live is not showing me anymore who's on here. So hello to whoever is on here, because I've seen you popping in and out, different people. So we're going to take some deep breaths. And the Reiki is running. So of course, if you're on here, you're allowing the Reiki to run, you're allowing it to flow. Any energy healing that comes through this, any intentions that come through this, will be here for now and forever in the future. And a question to ask, if you come on this again, ask yourself, do you ever feel disconnected? Do you ever feel like you have trouble trusting divine? Does that come up? Are you scared to really share your divine light in the world? Where do you feel as if your possibility, your infinite possibility, is being hindered? And that's the place to realize, okay, so how do I move to the other side of that? How do I change that belief to what I do want? What do I really want to believe that's true? And healing the trauma that created that and the stories that created that. Okay, feeling into your heart space, taking deep breaths, your deep breaths, whatever those are. Seeing this beautiful white light as a pillar. And then this beautiful pink light moving in of compassion. And I want you to see it going down your body, all the way down into the earth. A pillar of light going straight down to the center of the earth, plugging into Gaia. Golden energy. Bringing in that golden energy up that pillar. Absolutely beautiful as it goes into your feet and your legs. Going into your root and dissolving and resolving any places that you may feel unsafe connecting to divine. Where talking to God is unsafe, where being a messenger with divine messages, being a channeler, having information, clear knowing, anywhere you have clear knowing and it's unsafe to have all of that, that you'll be persecuted for all of that, that we actually clear all of that and mark it as complete and finished. Create that now. And I just heard to do that before we even travel up. Okay, so bring that pillar up again, going up all through all the rest of the chakras, up to the top of the head, into the universe, all the way out, past the moon and the stars. Keep on going until you hit a beautiful white light plugging in. Seeing this white light and bringing it back down, coming back down into your crown and into your body, feeling as that white, gold, pink is just in every cell of your body, bringing healing as it comes. You are unlimited. You are infinite possibility, and it's safe to be all of that. Create that now. Say that to yourself. It is safe for me to be infinite possibility. Dissolving and resolving any place in you that has been unsafe to be that infinite possibility. Here, releasing any trauma of where your connection to divine created trauma within your body. So you can connect to this, like if you notice any place in your body right now that feels pain, connect to that, and let's release trauma. Create that now. Just seeing yourself as this beautiful white light from head to toe. This is working through all your chakras, through your subtle body, through your physical body, and every cell of your body. We're going to download the emotions and the feelings and what it means and the beliefs of what this means into every cell, to all areas of time, all dimensions, all lifetimes, all languages, in the highest and best way, all through Creator. That you know you are a divine being. You know that everything is connected and it's safe to be connected, and you know how to be safe. That you know how to, that you can, that you're allowed to, and you do see the bigger picture. Create all of that now in you now. Create it now. That you trust divine, that you know how to trust divine. It's possible to trust divine, and you do. And anywhere you feel as if you are not allowed to trust divine, I'm hearing oaths, vows, obligations to be without trust for divine, that we dissolve and resolve those. Anywhere that you were learning to trust divine and be a part of divine and love divine through that, that be marked complete and finished. That you do have trust in divine, you are part of divine. You know how to do that without those oaths, vows, obligations. Dissolving and resolving those through all lifetimes and realities and timelines, marking them complete and finished. See this as almost like a bubble, like whatever. If that one resonates with you, create that now. And I just see it. Whole lot of energy just left. Bringing in healing for all those places with the understanding of how to trust, and that you do trust. That it's safe to trust. That you have that. You have the connection to divine. That you know what it feels like, how to be, when to be, as possible to be at peace. That you know how to connect to divine from up above and below. That you know how to connect it to all the points within you. That all of you is beautiful, gorgeous, unlimited, and safe to be part of divine. Create that now. That you are allowed to receive messages from divine and do so with clarity, faith, and trust. You know what it means to, how to, it's possible to, and you do. Create that now. And I'm seeing it getting stuck on the throat on some of you, and I'm hearing to dissolve and resolve anywhere that you're learning faith, hope, trust, and peace through that belief that you are without being allowed to receive the messages from divine clearly. Ooh. when you have spouse obligations, anywhere you have that those be marked complete and finished, that you know that you are worthy and deserving and allowed to receive messages from divine. Clearly, create that now. Oh, pulling and marking complete and finished, pulling all those spouse obligations. Hearing curses, hexes, vexes too, through all timelines, realities. Bringing in the energy of pure, unconditional love to bring healing to those areas. Saw a big release from the throat here. That you know how to choose to transform your life and be free and open to infinite possibility, and that you're worthy and deserving to do so. That you know how to, and you do. Create that now. That you are connected to limitless abundance in this world, on this physical plane, and you are worthy and deserving to experience it free and without any pain, shock, or trauma. And it is safe to do so. Create that now. That you are allowed, and you know how to, and it's possible to release your limiting beliefs. And you do. Because sometimes we hold on to those, because that's what we know. That you know how to talk to divine, whatever that is for you. You know how to feel divine. You know how to hear divine. And you accept and receive divine knowledge, and all of that is safe to do so. Create that now. So some of these, when they're really strong, and I can feel how many people are going to end up watching this, and I can see the energy rise, I let out big yawns as that happens. So you know what it means and what it feels like, and how to and when to it's possible to for your life to move with grace. Create that now. And I'm hearing that you know you are worthy and deserving of grace, that you know what grace is, and that you have grace. Create that now. Throughout all your body. When I'm just seeing that go through all your chakras, all the way down into the ground. That we connect your creativity and safety and having your creativity and link it to infinite possibility, and that it's all possible to do so. It's safe to do so. And you can do so free and without shame. Create that now. That you know you can stand in your own power. That you bring back the pieces of the power that you've lost. Pieces of your power you've lost. The parts of you. And that we bring them back all through divine love and light. So these are beautiful parts. That your power is returned to you. And you can stand your ground in that power. Knowing you are a being of love and light. Create that now. You know what it feels like, how to be, when to be, and it's possible to be accepted and loved at all times for who you really are. And that it's safe to be seen for that. It's safe to move out of hiding, I'm hearing. Create that now. And it's safe to live without rejection. Create that now. You know how to, it's possible to, and you do. You are so divine and so beautiful, and you are beautiful in this body, in this lifetime, not just in the divinity of who you are. You are beautiful now, here, in this moment, and your wounds do not define you as something, like the shame you feel doesn't say that that's who you are. It is something you've learned, and the strength we get from those situations, those are valuable, and that is part of our beauty too. But we don't have to stay in the place of pain, wounding, trauma. It is natural for us as humans to have fear and to have grief, and we actually feel grief in the DNA of our cells. So that's one of those things we can't take away from you. It's there. Just like joy and love is there, and anger is a defense mechanism, but you can learn to live without rage and anger, but have it for your use if you need it. All of those kind of things we can step into through healing into our purpose, what that is. And if you are a healer, if you're called to healing your way into your life purpose, healer, intuitive, empath, anything, you have a message, you are here for a reason, and you know this, like you feel this, there is a pathway for you to do that, because that energy, your soul purpose energy, the life purpose, it's flowing no matter what. We actually get divine love, we get divine energy through that, and it is through the pathway of walking through our fears and healing the trauma and healing that we just move into it. Like, you don't have to know what your soul purpose is. So it's pretty cool when you do. You don't have to. You just need to feel better. I mean, really, because when you're moving, initially it seems like, oh, that's going to feel really bad, like to do a Facebook Live if you're fearing rejection. But once you do it, you're like, yes, right? So as you heal the trauma, initially it may be pretty chaotic, or it can be, or painful. But the other side of that is so worthwhile. So it takes a lot of bravery to go into the depths of your wounds and say, I'm going to heal from this. I'm ready to heal from it. And sometimes you don't go into the depths. Sometimes you peel away the onion layers one at a time. You just peel away the outside layer and move with it, and it'll get better. But anyways, you are here to live your divine purpose, and you have one. And I'm so glad you've been along this with me, and you have a great Halloween if you celebrate. Bye-bye.